Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 197 alongside one of Jon Jones' coaches, Brandon Gibson. So, Brandon, congratulations, first things first, on the win. Jon obviously heard some boos, some fans saying that it wasn't the Jon Jones that we expected, media as well. What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was a disciplined performance. He's had a long layoff. The team, we were excited to get him back in, and he listened well. He stayed focused, and OSP was a very dangerous opponent, and we had a lot of respect for his power.
At any point, though, did you think that Jon was in too much danger? Were you worried at any point in the fight?
I don't think there was one point where we were really worried. I think Jon was in control of, especially from the kicking range. He did very well up against the fence. We controlled him on the ground, and I was impressed with Jon's cardio.
What were you not happy with?
I think there was times that we could have looked a little harder for a finish. I think if there was a little more time left in the fourth round, we could have found a finish. That was a position that we worked really hard for. But overall, there wasn't much I was disappointed with. I was happy to see Jon this fight week. He had a great fight week. The team really came together well. And just the whole process of him getting in there and getting his hand raised, I think things went according to plan.
He said he had been thinking and preparing for Daniel Cormier for 7 months, and the change in opponent really messed with him. Were you worried that it would play a big factor in this fight?
Jon's that fighter that does perform at his best, with that long, focused game plan on that specific set opponent, and that opponent the past year has been Daniel Cormier. With the change with OSP, that's my challenge as a coach, along with Greg and Wink and Izzy and Tusa, to really harness in the game plan and get Jon on page for that. And I think we did a good job for an OSP game plan. OSP did go orthodox a little more than I thought. I think that was in conjunction with his arm being hurt and his leg being hurt. But we were prepared for a lot of those positions, and I think Jon's defense was sharp.
He left the press conference in a wheelchair. What can you tell us about the state of his health right now?
Well, he's Johnny Bones Jones. He has those skinny legs. People love to tease him for it, but he'll kick them as hard as he can. And I know he broke OSP's arm, and that damage goes on his leg too. But I think he's fine, and just seems a little swelling, just some bumps and bruises, and we're just trying to keep him off it, get him iced up, and I know he'll be back in the gym later this week.
Do you like this idea of him fighting Daniel Cormier on July 9th at UFC 200? Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. I think we get Jon back in the gym. We pick up our notes from a couple weeks ago, and we get right back to work. And we also have this new litmus test to go off of these past 5 rounds. What we got to tune up on Jon, what do we have to address, and come out against DC at UFC 200 with the best Jon Jones ever.
If that fight does happen, it's, 2.5 months away. How do we make sure that there are no tickets, no problems? How do we make sure that he's 100% out of the news as far as extracurricular activities are concerned?
At the end of the day, I can't tuck Jon into bed every night. We love Jon, we support him, and we're going to do everything as a team to help him make those right choices. But I think at the end of the day, Jon's the one wanting to make those choices. He's really enjoying the path he's on right now, and I know Jon's going to do what it takes to get to this fight.
And I know styles make fights, but do you think Daniel Cormier, given who he is and the pedigree, the resume, is there a chance, are you worried Daniel Cormier would have beaten this Jon Jones tonight, or Rumble Johnson would have beaten this Jon Jones tonight?
I can't think like that. I think Jon would have shown up here tonight against Rashad or Rumble or anybody else, and we would have had the game plan to win.
Okay. Final question. I know you're a very nice guy, but be honest with me here. There's this debate brewing now. DJ, Jon Jones, who's the best pound-for-pound fighter? What's your take?
DJ was impressive tonight.
Yes.
That finish was incredible. And, I've come up short against DJ twice.
That's right.
He's that guy that, I smile. I got a lot of respect for him. I like him as a person. But one day I'm going to train a fighter to beat him. That's on my to-do list. I think Jon Jones is the GOAT, though. I think Jon's resume is more impressive than DJ's. What DJ has accomplished even since his WEC days has been incredible. But Jon Jones is the greatest fighter of all time.
All right, and I believe this is around the 4-year anniversary of your first time cornering Jon Jones in a title fight, right? UFC 145?
Yeah.
How about that? Here we are, 4 years later.
It goes fast. Hey, he's always done well in April fights. I noticed the other day we had all these Facebook memories coming up. Glover, Rashad. We've had a lot of good times in April fights, so here's another
Chael Sonnen?
Chael, yes.
How about that? Shogun was March, but he seems to be doing well around the springtime area. So again, congratulations to you guys. Looking forward, if it does happen in July or whenever, to the rematch. But enjoy this one. I know it's been an interesting camp, so you deserve it.
Thank you guys.